to Living in the Light. I'm Mary Amy. I'm coming to you live from New York, and I'm so overjoyed to be presenting today Sam the Illusionist, coming from India. He channels galactic beings, Palladians, those who have passed, the Galactic Federation of Light, Arcturians, and many, many more. So let's welcome Sam the Illusionist. How are you today?
Yeah, awesome. I am doing really fantastic, and I hope I send all of you love and light, and I send you love and light as well. And thank you for inviting me to your wonderful show.
Thank you. Well, thank you for joining us. I'm coming here. I'm in the United States of America, coming from New York. And I was just flabbergasted. I had seen many, many of this channeling by Sam, and he has a humongous following. He has over 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. And so I would really love to hear from Sam if he could share how he came to be doing this as Sam the
Yeah,
Illusionist.
yeah. I'll explain to you, how it happened. The truth is like I never thought that I would be like channeling right now, because this happened like completely out of accident. I did not know what channeling was, to be fair enough, to tell you the truth, because I had never heard about it in India. You never hear about this kind of stuff, okay? Because people will say you are mentally sick, or they may say you are possessed by a devil or an evil spirit and stuff like that. But channeling, I never thought that this was actually a kind of like an art form. I never realized that I would be doing this for helping humanity at this time. And basically, I used to like study magic. I used to study like sleight of hand magic, and I was studying hypnosis. So I was basically learning about the power of subconscious mind, which relates with how people can like assimilate information from their subconscious mind, and how they can bypass their thinking mind and stuff like that. So I was learning the art of hypnosis. So one day, I was listening to this hypnosis session, like it's like a meditation kind of thing, sleep hypnosis kind of thing, which you listen when you're lying on your bed. So I was just like lying down there, and at the time, it was around 2.5 years ago. I was just listening to that tape, and I don't remember what happened. I just like slipped off. Maybe I just fell asleep. But my mother said that some kind of weird voice, it did not sound like me, because if you know my channeling voice, it's crazy, because I sometimes, when I listen, I'm like, who is speaking? This is amazing. The voice is like, so I mean, it's just, they just take over my body. And that happened, and I was sent to the hospital. And and I was diagnosed by the doctor, because they don't know channeling in India. In India, it's not a thing. So the doctor said that I was like mentally suffering at that time, gave me some prescriptions and told me to, like, take some really good care. But then, I started to do some research. And the second time, I told my mother to like, press the camera and to record what I was saying. So I, did that. And then I found out that, someone was speaking through me. Like it was, I realized that, whoever was speaking through me in that session, it was answering my questions. So basically, if I was thinking like continuously a repeated kind of question before entering to the trance state, they would answer that. So I, accidentally found out that I was channeling. And then I discovered like there are like numerous channelers out there. So I searched, I looked at what was happening, and then I realized that, okay, so this is, and I'm not like sick or something like that, but it's actually I am trying to like act as a receiver, and then I'm here to just receive the message and give it to humanity at this time. So basically, that's how it happened. And then I just started sharing my messages, and somehow I don't know, like people really loved the message. And it spread like really quickly, because I mean, I had never thought that I would it would reach so many people, like throughout the world. I get emails every day, and just like you, from America and from other places, like I don't know, like maybe I think it's part of my mission in this life to help humanity. And yeah.
How did you go about figuring out the technique? Where you lay down and then I've seen that you have like a microphone in your mouth or something, or you did. Now it doesn't seem like you have that anymore.
Yeah, I do have a microphone. Nowadays, what I do is, previously, I had it over. I used to like tape it on the visible side, but it looked like really, it didn't look like, like nice, like when people are watching, it looked very like dirty kind of thing. So I felt like I just take it and paste it over here. So the
Okay.
microphone is over this side. So, people, actually can enjoy the video, right? Because otherwise, like they may see that tape and it doesn't look that good, because I wanted it to be clean. And, actually like, what happened was that I started in the beginning and I had no idea how to do this. But then if you go back to some of my previous sessions, you can see in those sessions, they give me instructions of how to protect myself, how to use that water, the chalice of water. It is actually a love and light exposed water, where you just say positive thoughts to the water, and then I have to keep it towards my crown chakra. So this is my crown chakra, and that's why I keep it near this center. It helps to balance my energies, and specifically, they said it helps to protect against negative energies. So, because when you're channeling, there may be intrusions happening. You may pick up thought forms from many other entities. Sometimes negative. So it's very important for this process to be followed. And over time, like I gotten used to it, because if you do one thing over and over again, you learn it. And I think that's how I basically did it.
Mm. How do you feel when during this process when you're kind of because you're going into another, it's like a trance, another state. How are you feeling throughout? Are you aware or are you coming out of it and like, oh, what happened?
Yeah, I'm actually like that. Like I'm like, what's just happening? I'm like really excited to listen to the message, because I don't know what comes through during channeling. Basically, I just like ask the question. I just like read the questions. Whatever questions I have. Maybe the viewers gave me, or maybe I have a question that I want to ask in the session, and then I just like read the questions over and over again for some time. So I can remember it in my mind. Because what they do is like they actually like scan my mind. So if I have this kind of questions or words running around in my head, they can figure out like I want an answer or their viewpoint on this aspect. And then that's how it happened, like.
Hmm. Have this is kind of off topic, but not really. Have you experienced these beings that you've channeled and they come to you outside of the channeling? Like, have they come through to you maybe at night, maybe a light code or so, in another way at another time?
Yeah, actually, the thing is, I have never, to be truthful, I have never met them like face to face.
Right.
But one thing I have definitely had was kind of like this, out of body experience. Like, um, it felt like I was not on Earth, so I was not in the body. So at many times, it feels like I am with them. Like wherever they are, I am a part of their social complex. That's what they say. Many of them, they are collective of different consciousness. So I felt like it was like I like it was like this. How can I describe it? It was like I felt like there were like different types of presence.
Mhm.
Like you are, you are consciousness right now. You are consciously aware that you are there. Okay. You have a body, I have a body, but in that dimension, they don't have any body. We just are aware. So just imagine your awareness, my awareness, other awareness, and just an awareness. So it's just an awareness. So they don't have any body, and um, I felt like really, I felt the kind of like unity, kind of feeling, kind of love. It's like different.
Yeah. Do you think that you're going to meet them in the physical reality in person? Some of them?
Yeah, I think like as per the future timeline projections, but what they have said is that when humanity is totally ready for the reception of aliens or other dimensional beings, then at that time they can show up more frequently. But right now, I think humanity is still on the process of becoming ready. And many for many people it may be a big shock, like if tomorrow they somehow land maybe in your area, or maybe in my area, and then it's all over the news and stuff like that. I think it may crumble a lot of the old systems like religions and stuff. And so it may be like a big shock for many people. So I think what they're trying to do is prepare humanity slow. It's like a slow and steady progress. That's what their aim is, because they don't want to like shock you, right? Just like they did with me, like it was a slow and steady process. Like they took me slowly and steadily, step by step. If they had directly told me to do this, I wouldn't have been able to do it, right? It's the same thing here.
Yeah. So are you surprised by all this attention you've received? Because you said 2.5 years, and in 2.5 years, you're like blowing up YouTube.
Yeah, actually, yeah, I think I'm actually a bit surprised, because I never thought, like frankly speaking, I never thought like, people would be interested in like spiritual messages, like kind of stuff before. But right now, I know that, I know why people are looking for, an outlet from someone like me, who, delivers messages from these higher beings. Because, I think, people are not truly, satisfied or happy with whatever they have achieved in their life. Like many people, they may have achieved, even some people, they have may have achieved lots of wealth, lots of fame. But this underlying this that sense of satisfaction with life, this connectedness with the spiritual self is missing. And I think that's the main trigger. That's why I think many people, they find my messages helpful. And I think that's the main reason. Yeah.
Are you sometimes nudged? You said you receive maybe some questions from viewers. Are you nudged by some of these forms, some of these, life forms, these species, these beings, to kind of ask them a question? Or is it all coming from an outside source, like you're receiving it kind of either psychically, telepathically from, a human, or is it sometimes from another entity? The question.
um the questions, you mean the questions, right?
Yeah, the questions. Do you?
Yeah, questions, basically, yeah, how I do it is like, if you go to my YouTube channel, like if someone wants to check it, I have a community, like there's a video section, and then there is a community section. So every week, I ask them, do you have any questions? So I get lots of like comments, and then I choose which one is relevant for humanity. Some of the questions are really good, and then I ask that. So that's basically, yeah.
So, are there some experiences that you've had, or some messages you would like to share with our viewers?
Yeah, I have a like, have a lot of experience with this channeling thing. And basically, I have become, I have actually like felt this, inner peace and satisfaction without needing anything, right now. Because of the methods that they have given for us to apply, such as the methods of, like focusing on your spiritual body. Normally, what we do is we only focus on what we are thinking, our emotions, or our normally, 95% or 99% of humans, like we have our attention on our thoughts, right? So what will happen next, and what happened yesterday, or the emotions. Sometimes you may feel some emotions like fear. Sometimes you may feel anger based upon the reactions to the outside world, or other emotions. And we have our attention on that, but then we forget that prior to all of that, there is this spiritual essence, which is the spiritual complex. That's what they say. And they have given us many methods to apply in each session. Towards the end of the session, they give us one method which we can apply, and I have applied them, and they have really worked in my life. Basically, like it's amazing, like the kind of transformation, not only in my life, but I think many people, they have transformed their life, because those methods, are like really amazing. I mean, I'm every time I listen to a session, I'm not necessarily listening for what they said about like this stuff or that stuff, but the main thing is the method, because I apply it, and then I see like, wow, this actually does work. And yeah, there are many methods, uh, one of the methods, recently what they said is like, you normally, we have this, our spiritual, like body is aligned with our physical body. So it's like, so it's like this, it's aligned, it is within your body, right? But then if you can try to focus, you can take your spiritual body outside, as if you are like watching yourself from the opposite side. And then when you do that, like your attention like completely vanishes from your mind, from your body. You'll just feel this spiritual, this consciousness, and then you'll see like when you do it, it does work. I mean, it's really fascinating. Yeah.
So you're kind of seeing yourself maybe from an aerial position. You're seeing yourself like you and your physical body, your spiritual body seeing your physical body. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, kind of like that. Yeah, kind of like that. Yeah,
Oh,
exactly. Yeah, that shifts a lot of the perspective. You know what I mean?
yeah, it totally does. It brings more awareness. Brings more awareness. Have you
Yeah,
compiled
yeah, yeah,
a
yeah, yeah.
book that I've heard about? You mentioned a book. Do you have a book or a book that people can find of your work?
Actually, yeah, actually, it's not like my book, but what it is just like a collection of messages, in a text format. So like I have like almost like stuff like that. So I have just compiled the transcript of the sessions,
Mm.
and for those who need like to read, some people they learn through books more
Mm.
easily, so it is available. So but it's not like written by me or stuff like that. It's just
Right.
like the same information you see on YouTube. It's just like the transcript is just like made out into a book.
So where can they find that? Where can the viewers get the book that has all these messages from all of these beings?
Yeah, if you watch my videos, in the description, in every single video, I have placed a link to Amazon.
Okay.
So if you want to buy it, you can, because I have a PDF, which is kind of, free format. You can read it in your phone. It's around 600 pages of sessions.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's your choice. If you want to read it in a book format, you can get it. But yeah, I think like some people they need books.
Yeah, they want to see. I like a book. I always like a book. Okay, so then I'll put that in this description today for this video. And you know what for me, I received that you are just someone who's very much for the humanitarian, being a humanitarian. It's not about this whole, it's not about the material, about the money, because you're offering things like you just said, where you give the PDF and you're not trying to, I mean, when I reached out to you, you're so very humble. And I was reaching out to you initially because I was looking for a reading. And then all of a sudden, I started actually experiencing some channeling on my own. And then I said, it came into me like, no, you're supposed to contact him and meet him and interview him, because everyone needs to meet you. Here they are seeing your work, but they need to know who you are and know exactly, what you're all about, which you're lovely. So do you have any plans for your work moving forward? You're going to continue to do this. You've been doing this for quite a while. What else do you have on the in the future for you, or in this moment? What's going on?
Basically, I just like leave it open, like because I like did not have any plans for this, like this just came out of nowhere.
Mhm.
And I just leave it up to the universe, or one creator, or the beings who are guiding me. I'll just like do this, and I don't know where it's going to lead me. And I have no idea, frankly speaking. I don't know. It could lead me to something like amazing, or it could lead me just to the same thing. I don't know. I just want to do this because I think I just love it.
Mhm.
Also, the thing is, I love to do it because I love to learn from my own sessions, because every time I learn something new, I'm like, wow, this is amazing, right? So And yeah, that's my basic goal.
Well, it's already amazing. You said something amazing. This is amazing what you're doing right now. So can you tell, before we go, can you tell everyone what you offer, what services, and how they can reach you?
Yeah. Basically, like if you want to listen to more channel sessions, some of the sessions, may have topics, that are not allowed to be shared on YouTube. Um, you can find it on my Patreon, and I share, meditations. We have, monthly get-togethers, meditations. We discuss, the teachings and we apply it, and that's you'll find me over there. And other thing is, if you want to, many people, they want help with their soul's identity. They want to find out, like, if they are, what's the mission in life. That's a big one, because everyone asks for the mission in life. And they want to know, like, some of their past lives, because I think, it does help a lot. Like, I know my past lives. I did a session on my own. It's on my YouTube. You can see it if you want to. And I know it just changed perspective. Like, it just changed the viewpoint about unity. And if people want to get that, I'll try to, like, if I have, I will help you out. That's basically it. That's what I offer.
Perfect. That's lovely. I'm so grateful that you came here today and joined us. And I'm going to put all your information in the description, so we can find you. We can find your book on Amazon. We can find your Patreon. We can reach your channel on YouTube, and everyone else can enjoy your work besides me and the 100,000
Thank you.
subscribers. So thank
Yeah,
you so
thank you.
much.